All right, we should have sound now. Might be able to hear me now, finally. And you also should be able to hear the game capture. Finally, well, we missed out on that, unfortunately. Well, let's go into the grid. Tyler Smith on pole with David Morales right behind him on the second. William Hightower starting third. Daniel Michelle starting fourth. This is one of the lowest starts for Michelle we've seen in a while. Parker Vance in fifth, followed by Derek Fye, sponsored by that Tay Fye artist car. Jacob Hoskins, owner of Aftershock Motorsports, starting at P7 with Ben Kuhn, sole driver for HR Racing in eighth. Sean Purcell in the 74 machine in ninth with Brandon Gass in the Powerade with McDonald's mobile down in P10. P11 we see Kurt Braytage as we call him in the 99. P11, P12 Yves Nyman, fan favorite of the other drivers. He's starting in 12th. P13 we have Brian Newell in P14. Did not qualify, Joshua Justice. P15 also not qualifying. We have Landon Bednarz, playoff driver. P16 John Crosby, he's back in the 73. He's P16, and that rounds out our grid for today's race. Nick Vasquez, he is not here today, unfortunately. It's just me. Going to be having to deal with me, but we got cars that are going to go fast, and we're going to be watching and enjoying the action here. Let's take a look, while we're under pacing here, let's take a quick look at the standings. You can see Daniel Michelle locked in, straight up, clearing away ahead of the field, but that's all gets reset after day back to 4,000 points. No playoff points or anything, so it's going to be an even field going into next week's final round at Homestead. William Hightower in second. He came into this this round in third, but he's jumped up to second, just passing Landon Bednarz, who's in third. Very close between Jacob Hoskins, Landon Bednarz, and William Hightower for those that final round of the playoffs here in the Vantage Pro Series. Hoskins and Bednarz are teammates. I'm curious to see if there's going to be some team orders. I believe there isn't, but I also believe there might be a situation where whoever's leading is going to have to, whoever's in second is going to be the one holding position. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. There's a lot on the line for the two teammates here today. Sean Purcell, as I mentioned, he is down in last of the round. He's gonna pass his brother Kyle Purcell, who does not appear to be present at today's event. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can maybe even catch up to Bednarz or Hoskins with a win. That locks him in, and that changes everything. Well, pacing lap is ending. Pace car is pulling away.
Green flag, green flag.
Flags out, so the foots are down here in Talladega. Pretty simple super speedway start here. Turn down this desktop audio real quickly. Make it a bit easier on the ears. Already some minor blinking there for Michelle. We're on board right now with Tyler Smith. Ooh, big bump there from Hightower to Smith. These guys are looking very racy already. Just at the start of this race. Ooh. Is that Parker Vance at the 41? He's dropping down to that inside line. Hoskins behind him. Got 3 rows. Hightower not liking what he's seeing. He is electing to pull out of the line, fall to the back of the grid here. Smart move. We still have 93 laps left of this race. Also pulling out of this, it appears to be, who's that up top? 71. David Morales also pulling out of the line. And you can see why. Look at the bumps there. Vance is giving it to Smith. Further back, we got 3 wide. Here further back. Gas, Kuhn, and Newell. More 3 wide. Bray, Purcell, and Gas, with Tyler Justice going 3 wide as well. Only driver really on the bumper right now is Joshua Justice on the back of Brandon Gass, both Vissel drivers. The Vantage Indy Special League this Saturday here at Road Atlanta, live on Vantage. Middle line pulling out very strong here. Daniel Michel, for the first time in this race, takes the lead. Derek Fye moving up to cover the high side. Kurt Bray settling in on the low side. Smith still performing strong. You haven't seen much of him at the top of this field, but he's been running a pretty quiet season, and he's just been able to throw down some laps, and now he's getting his time to shine. Ben Kuhn electing to pull out of line here. He's fallen back, joining the other scared ones, which very fair with how this racing is going. Bray jumps up to second. Look at the gyro here. You can see just the sheer amount of banking. Now to the roof. Bump Hoskins there. Oh, further in the back, you can see a little bit of squirreliness with Purcell. Derek Fye. Still going fairly cleanly right now for this whole race. No incidents yet, but we still got 89 laps to go. See going further back in the pack. Eve Nyman, Ben Kuhn. They are maybe trying to form up. Ben was leaving some room there for Eve. Eve didn't take it. Eve Nyman, not generally a fan favorite so far, but he's definitely been a driver favorite. As we see Purcell, he was getting big into Derek Fye there. They're not allowed. Landon Bednar's Derek Fry's teammate to pass. Hoskins trying to join Bednar's. So we got a top lane again, led by two aftershock cars, Hoskins and Bednar's. So far, Parker Vance out to a fairly controlling lead. Not really letting Brian Newell pass, even though it seems like Brian wants to get up to that first position. Hoskins now is here. The top side is finally arrived. Is Bednar's and Hoskins, are they going to drop down together and cover off Parker Vance? Or are they going to take the whole lane with them? Seems they're electing to go with the lane. Eve Nyman, though, he drops to the inside. Cuts off Vance in the entire bottom lane. That's going to give him third position. Oh, looking further back. Sean Purcell, making it 3 wide. Ooh, big checkup there for the high side and Purcell in the middle. Looking back up to the lead. Hoskins leading the way. Eve Nyman leading the bottom lane. About to take the lead. For the first time in Vantage Pro Series history, we have Eve Nyman leading the race. Also, for the first time in Vantage Pro Series history, we have a non-North American driver leading the race. Or for a short time, he was leading there. Big check up there involving Parker Vance and Eve Nyman in the 83. Oh, there we see the two aftershock cars drop down. Bednar's a little more hesitant than Hoskins. Hoskins holds down the lead. Oh, third lane forming, it was formed for a little bit, involving Brandon Gasson, John Crosby, Joshua Justice. Oh, Eve Nyman now on the top side, getting pushed by Ben Kuhn. These are looking like some pretty hard hits, so we worried to see if there's going to be yellow, as well as the blinking there from Kuhn. Couldn't make it a little hard there. Nyman not really in any lane. And I know he's leading, but not getting pushed by anyone. He's getting forced to the middle. Kuhn and Gas take that high side. Oh, big bad bump there. Gas is in a bad position, pushing the blinking car. Nyman still 3 wide. All now joined by Kurt Bray in the 99. Let's watch back up front once again here. Sean Purcell getting a big run. He doesn't have any help, though, so it's going to be hard for him, though he's getting that help there from Gas and Kuhn, who drop down to the middle, and they clear at the entire field by over 5 car lengths, it looks like. Purcell joining them. Now, if you just look on the left side of your screen, you'll see Justice, Kurt Bray. Sean Purcell goes up to block. Ooh, that forces Kurt Bray down. Nyman now on the top side. In the back here. Was 3 wide momentarily. Big check up there on the bottom and on the top. Now we got Gas and Purcell up
Beginning
front.
of lap 39.
Stage is announced as lap
Beginning of lap
39.
39. Completion of lap 38.
That is when the stage is. End of lap 38. Everything's staying relatively calm. I think now now the drivers know when the stage is. Now they're reminded of it. They're trying to single file out, save some fuel, try and hit that number. Already 15 laps into this race. Still no major drama. Always a good thing to see. See the sun glaring off the cars as they go through turn one. That's going to be blinding some of the guys not immediately in a pack, making it maybe a bit more hesitant to get right up to the bumper of someone. Looking further back in the field, not that far back, but slightly further back, we do see some side-by-side action. Hoskins and Bednarz, the two teammates and playoff rivals, leading and working together this pack. They've caught back up to the main 5-car pack led by Parker Vance. Following him now, Hoskins with a slight little blink. Locked bumpers right now with them looking inside here. You can see locked right there on the bumper. We're on board right now with Jacob Hoskins. Makes it to third place. Fighting for second. He's got his teammate behind him, using the air to push him there. He thought about going for that gap, elected not to. As we see a big checkup there from Kurt Bray. Nearly a big incident there. Look at your advance. Corner's right on that back bumper. Hopefully we don't see anything go down here. I know bumping in the corners can be very difficult. You're right. But he did it right, so now they are cleared for the lead. As Vance jumps up to the high side. No one goes with him, though, so he's going to get cycled back until he reaches Jacob Hoskins and Landon Bednarz, who are there just going to go right around him. Just plummeting now. See here how strong the pack can be when it's all single file compared to this two-car tandem further behind. Still got around 18 laps, 19 laps until the stage. Oh, as we see Landon Bednarz and Parker Vance, very good save there from both drivers. We're going to stay green. Wow, very, very impressive save there from Bednarz. Let's rewind very quickly and take a look at that Bednarz incident. Very impressive that something didn't happen there, because it very easily could. See, one more time. Bad bump there from Vance. Amazing how all the drivers were able to keep it clean. This is a replay. You turn back to the live video. See, everyone's still going. Still cooking along. Hightower appears to have lost the draft, as well as Crosby. Could be from pit stops or could be from backing out of it. Turn back up the field. Everyone's coming to the pits. Daniel Michel going crazy. Is he going to get it stopped in time? I think he did, but it was very, very close. 3 wide in pit lane. Whose pit box is where? Further back, oh, just the chaos of pit road. Tyler Smith, pit box 1. Daniel Michel gets a good getaway with Bray and Gas behind him. Michel behind him, followed by Kuhn, Hoskins, Bednarz, Vance, Justice Crosby, Morales, Tyler Smith, Derek Fye, Eve Nyman, William Hightower way out in the back. Brian Newell still on pit road. Seems he missed not in the right spot there on his pit box. This is rough on him. He's losing all the time in the world. Still on pit road. Finally gets away. That majorly lost him the pack there. That's going to be hurting him big time. Let's see how much time he lost. 29 seconds to the car ahead of him. We turn our attention back to the front as they're coming across the line, closing on and lapping him. End of this front pack, Ben Kuhn. Beginning of the front pack, Daniel Michel. Second pack, just Hoskins and Bednarz. We got Vance and Justice behind him, with Crosby and Morales, with Tyler Smith kind of peeking in on that as well. We got Derek Fye as well as Eve Nyman rounding that out. Then Hightower and Newell in 2 separate forms of no man's land. Probably not going to see anything from this main pack here right now. They're probably just wanting to get to the end of the run. Well, Paul, it's usually a little easier when it's not just me in the booth. I'm a color commentator, not a lead commentator. It's like having Ted Kravitz do an entire thing of commentary by himself. That'd be a disaster. You can see Pack's approaching Brian Newell. Here to lap him. And here approaching stage right around 12 laps. Second pack. Vance has caught up. Vance and Justice have caught up to Hoskins and Bednarz. Now, this could be a sign that Aftershock might not be the fastest this time around. But it's going to be interesting to see if Hoskins, the last Super Speedway winner in the Vantage Pro Series, got his first win here. Oh, good to know there, Paul, on F1 News. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Aftershock is able to really stay in line. Could be due to overheating and engine temps, but I mean that's not going to help him catch up to his main pack. They're right around 6 seconds off it, and that number is still growing. Crosby, Morales, and Smith are making some good work, though. They do appear to be holding steady, maybe slightly increasing, but not as much as Hoskins is the Hoskins is falling back from the lead pack. Looking at this lead pack though, Brian Newell, he's joined it up on it. He is a lap down, but he's in the pack, and that's only helping these front guys. Only Michelle and Purcell are playoff drivers here in this pack. Everyone else has either been knocked out or weren't in it to begin with. Tyler Justice appears to be falling a bit further off this second pack here. But Hoskins, Bednarz, and Vance are still going strong on it. Who else is going strong? John Crosby, David Morales, and Tyler Smith, 73, 71, and 21. They seem to be hooked up pretty nicely. They actually started closing in on the pack ahead. Or they started closing in on Tyler Justice. I know he's in his own world right now. Eve Nyman and Derek Fye, they're still holding it together. They're way off the pack, but with a well-timed caution can definitely get them right back in this race. Your gap is over 7 seconds now for the Hoskins pack compared to the Michelle pack. The Crosby pack has closed down to 2.7 seconds. It's been fluctuating between 2.4 and right around 2.9 seconds, so not a lot of movement from them either. Doesn't seem like anyone can really get the run on the other pack. Yeah, it seems we're just going to need a well-timed caution or something unexpected to happen to get back in this race, as we see Ben Kuhn getting a little squirrely there in the corner. Had to drop a wheel on the yellow line. Crosby back to 2.5 seconds. Though he's going to get passed up by Morales. Or is going to be attempted to pass. That's only going to hurt them. when you start to get the pack fighting, that starts to really hurt the speed you can carry. When you take one car out of the equation, you give it dirty air to the other two cars in the equation. The equation doesn't add up, and you just start losing time. As you can see right there, they just lost 2/10 because of that maneuver, and David Morales has basically all but lost the pack. Half a second back and still dropping. This final pack here, not going to be able to close up to the Hoskins pack. This is the back of the Michelle pack. You can see front of the Hoskins pack over 8.2 seconds now, so that's still going and going. Joshua Justice Tyler Justice, my mistake, I know another Justice with that same name. Tyler Justice still, he's able to catch up to this pack. Just had a complete brain fart right there. Still going strong for Daniel Michelle here in the front pack. No one really wanting to challenge him just yet because not really necessary right now. Everyone's saving fuel. We got about 6 laps to the stage break. A bit of a bump there from Bray to Michelle, but everyone's all good. Hoskins pack still growing away from the main pack. The Crosby pack has lost over a second now after that move by David Morales really lost them the momentum they had going. In fact, you can see a little bit of wiggling there. Some back and forth between Bray and Gas. Two very similar paint schemes, two very similar driving styles I've seen from these two, except Gas has generally been a little bit faster when he chooses to race. But Kurt Bray's had some good finishes, some good near finishes. And I feel like for Season 3 of the Vantage Pro Series, he might be able to take the fight. We see the second pack once more. Justice still hanging a bit back. Not trying to get involved after what's gone on in the past here with this front pack. It's over 9 seconds, approaching 9.5 seconds now. Smith pack, now led by Tyler Smith as John Crosby backed out of it. They've fallen to over 4.5 seconds. It seems like they're trying to fight back for it, so that's really hurting them the time. Surprised we haven't gone a single yellow yet, but we should be getting one in just a couple laps here with the stage. Now, since we're approaching the end of the stage, should be right around 2 laps-ish. 2 to 3 laps, end of 38. Curious to see, will we start to see some racing going on here? Is everyone just going to cruise across the line and just take the stage points as they run? The only people that really need the stage points, only person that needs the stage points in this pack is Sean Purcell, and he's way down in 4th. So I'm curious to see what moves he can make. He's going to need to follow someone to get up to that pack or be pushed by someone to get up to the lead of this pack if he wants to take the stage win and get those bonus points that will help him get one step closer to making it into that championship round. Not completely impossible, but highly unlikely. But Never say never in the Vantage Pro Series. We've seen crazier happen. We've seen Kurt Bray win a race at a road course, so that's always a shock there that anything can happen here in Vantage. Hoskins pack over nearly 10.5 seconds back. No chance of them making any run now, but that was a given already. Smith pack 4.6. That started holding steady compared to the Hoskins pack. Oh, we're starting to see some movement there. Brian Newell, remember, he's the 24 Exalta car. He's a lap down from our top 5 here, so if he does anything, that's going to be a major penalty for him. That's going to be a drive-through at the minimum if he causes a wreck. As we're on the final lap, I'm fairly sure, of the stage. You can see Purcell in the car. He's probably trying to figure something out. No, he's slowing up the pack. I think he's trying to get the run. Gas is being left out to dry. Yep, there we go. Purcell tried to get the slingshot. It's going to help him get gas. Is it going to help him get Bray? Ben Kuhn following him, helping out. Brian Newell following them. Run to the line. It's going to be close. And it's going to be Sean Purcell winning the stage. Ben Kuhn in second. Unless we are... No, we're still green, it seems. Don't see the yellow flag just yet. There it is. Yellow flag's out. Sean Purcell, your stage winner. Ben Kuhn in second. Daniel Michelle third in the stage. Kurt Bray fourth. Brandon Gass fifth. And Hoskins sixth. Our lead lap down car is gonna be Brian Newell. He's gonna get that lap back. Get back underway here. He showed some good pace there with the lead cars. So curious to see how that works out for him there.
Hey Elliot, sorry about the late stage there. That first group there was a group of 5 when the 6th car was actually a lap down. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoskins was the deciding car there for when the stage caution came out. Well, we got you here. Let's quickly go over how that was a completely green stage. I'd say the first time in a long time we've had a green stage. I know Bristol a couple weeks back, that had a caution right at the stage mark, but the stage caution through. Clean racing. What was your take on it?
I'm actually blown away at most of these guys that really clean things up, and excited to see what happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some new blood there in the admin room helping you out. How's he taking things?
Oh, we're getting through it, learning how to use the software and what to look for, and it'll be a good help to have for the ARCA series coming up.
Absolutely.
And hopefully for Vindy.
Yeah, the Vindy 500, June 21st, qualifying June 14th. Next practice, next Wednesday, May 28th, as we see some pit stops here under yellow. Not going to be super competitive, but we might see some movement there. Spencer, I'm going to get you back to the admin room. That was very good admining, very good stage racing. Let's hope the second stage is just as good.
Yep, catch you later.
That was Spencer Blackmore, lead admin for this race. Let's speak real quickly once he gets off pit road to Sean Purcell. Once he gets back on track, we're going to pull him down here, have a word. Sean, it's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
All right. Was fourth on the final lap of the stage, jumped up to first. Talk us through what you were thinking there. I saw you hanging back trying to get the slingshot. It ended up working in your favor.
Yeah, I need to win today if I want to make it to the championship race. So track position is going to be important. And yeah, I didn't want to get in front of Daniel, and I figured if I just backed it up to Ben behind me, and then he had Brian behind him, I'm like, yeah, 3 versus 3. If we have the head to start on the run, we should be able to get by, and we did pretty easily, actually.
Yeah, you definitely made something work there, especially with the help of Ben Kuhn behind, really pushing it, making sure the run didn't die out. All in all, clean stage 1. What was your take on the racing in general?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. I got shuffled to the back at one point, and then got a decent run and just drove it straight up the middle past a bunch of people. And once I got a little bit of help there, I was able to drive all the way up to second. And then, green flag stops. Our group came out really good. We had 5 or 6 cars the whole time, just slowly driving away from the rest of the field. So, just clean pit stops. That's what we're gonna have to keep doing. And if we can keep doing that, we'll keep breaking away from the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was some very good stage racing from you. Congratulations on the stage win. Let's hope stage 2 goes just as well for you.
Thanks. I really hope so.
That was stage winner and playoff driver Sean Purcell, the 74 machine. Let's talk real quickly. Try and get someone else here. Anyone want to speak to someone in particular? Actually, canceling that, we are going to go 1 to green here. Pace car is coming in. It's going to be Purcell leading the inside lane. Kuhn leading the outside lane. Going to be right around 52 laps to go here for this race. This will decide who goes on to the final round next week at Homestead Miami Speedway. Let's take a look one more time here at these standings. You can see here with that win, Sean Purcell moves a bit closer. If he can keep up this form, he can lock himself in and knock Landon Bednarz and Jacob Hoskins out. But if he can't win, then it's going to be Hoskins or Bednarz, unless William Hightower crashes out of the race. In that case, everything goes out the window, but that's a little too much wishful thinking. Spencer, we will definitely hear from Kurt Bray shortly. I would have pulled him, but yeah, we are 1 to green right now. See, pace car drops away. It's going to be all eyes on Sean Purcell here when he gets the go in our restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
Green's out. Oh, big check up there from the back. Purcell didn't go at all. That restart might be under review there from the admins because Purcell was supposed to go in the restart zone. He did not. Very bad start for him. Very bad start for the whole inside lane. Kuhn also having a bad start. The only person really seemed to take advantage of this was Brandon Gass, who's still in the bumper of Purcell. He might want to pull out of it. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Further back, is it an admin yellow? Just due to the state of the restart there. It might very well be. Don't see anyone backwards, left, right, or side to side. See if we can get any information from the admins. Give them a moment to collect their thoughts, get some things down, then we'll pull them very shortly. Spencer, it's Elliot up in the booth.
Still reviewing. Honestly, kind of just looks like close, hard race. It might be a self-solving problem. They're both at the rear already.
Talk us through what that incident was.
So it was near the back of the field with Landon and Eve. It looks like Landon came up just a hair and Eve came down just a hair, and they just met here in the middle, and Landon sent Eve around at the rear of the field coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, I didn't really see any yellow flags flying until that caution just came out. I thought could have been for that restart there. Sean Purcell not going on the in the restart zone, waiting for the green flag. Is that under review at all?
No, I was fine with it. I mean, he came to the end of the restart zone, and the rest of the field has to go.
Yep.
He has the option to go in the restart zone. If he chooses to, great. If he chooses not to, that's on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna hop back down.
We will speak to you a little later on. Good call there. That was Spencer Blackmore. Still pulling up this replay. Bear with me on this one. Just finding the exact clip. Fairly sure this is it here. This is a replay. You see Landon Bednar's Eve Nyman. Eve just getting spun. Everyone avoids it. She seemed to keep it out of the wall. Pretty calm. Pretty simple. That's our caution for our one caution so far. We go back live. Seen a little bit of blinking here. Since we got caution, we can talk to some drivers. First, let's speak to Kurt Bray. I know people want to talk to him. Kurt, it's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi, Elliot.
Yeah. Spencer and the and other members of the audience wanted to get an interview from you. So how'd you take stage 1? What would you think of it?
They wanted an interview from.
They wanted me to interview you.
Oh God,
You're live right now.
Had his mom.
Oh, wonderful. How'd you take stage?
Very nice.
What's your thoughts on stage 1?
I an interview.
All right. Well, that was the interview with Kurt Bray. Didn't really get much
Let's get a nice and tight
from that.
restart here.
Trying to close in on for the restart here. That was weird. I just got a ping. A lot of stuff going on here. Let me check real quickly. Everything vibing with that. Spencer Blackmore saying in chat, racing deal, no penalty. Spencer, in the future, if you could put that in the YouTube chat, makes my life a whole lot easier to be able to decide to hear what the incidents are for. William Hightower, he's in the pit lane way back. This is not what he wanted to be able to stay competitive here in this final round of the playoffs. He still might be good, but actually maybe not with how high Hoskins is right now. He's up in P4, second row outside lane. Landon Bednar is P10, fifth row outside lane. Brandon Gass going up to second, taking that one spot there from Ben Kuhn with that terrible restart the outside had in that really quick second stint there. Just a couple corners before we got a first race, our first incident caution, second race caution. See, Sean Purcell controlling the restart once again. Will he change where he goes, or is he going to go right at the end again? It worked out decently well from last time. Might not want to change anything this time. Oh, gas getting right up to him. Drivers were told to close in on the restart here. They're definitely doing that. Gas seemed to almost door him.
Green.
Oh, we're green. Purcell went. Check up on the bottom lane once again. Gas with another good getaway. Drops from the top almost immediately down to the bottom. Ahead of Ben Kuhn. Things generally staying how they were. But further back, still some racing going on. We have one caution. Cautions, precautions. Could we see another happen? Big check up there on the top side. That's that accordion all the way back to
Restart is under review.
Restart under review. Restart under review. Oh, Kurt Bray drives up into the wall on his own, trying to cover the high side. Ends up just covering the wall with his paint. I'm sorry for that one there. All single file out though. Brian Newell lap down before the stage break. This stage, he's on the lead lap and up to P6 already. Very good work from him in his first race in a couple weeks here in the Vantage Pro Series. Hightower once again in the pack after that quick caution period. His day is not over yet. He still has a chance to lock himself into the championship round. William Hightower, as we mentioned last week, only driver in this entire field to have attended every single Vantage Pro Series race. Not just this season, but also last season. That's nearly 40 races. It might actually be over 40 races. He has competed, and he also competed in every single PPE Truck Series race, which that adds another 14 races. So he's done well over nearly 60 races here in Vantage NASCAR, Vantage stock car racing. See Vance and Bednar's involved in that last caution flag, and he's already driving his way. Big push there, big beautiful push there from Parker Vance. Bednar's leads. This is one of the drivers in the fight for the final round of the playoffs. He's hoping to lock himself in. That block though, he followed Vance down. Don't know if that was a block or teamwork. Whatever it did, they're on the bottom now and still cooking along in first and second position. Got Morales, Smith, Nyman, and Crosby. They were in a pack previously. Wasn't able to make anything work now. Now that they're in their main pack, let's see. Someone who's fallen back a lot, Daniel Michelle, way in the back of the grid now. This is not helping him at all, keeping drivers like Hightower or Bednar's out of the final race. Oh, as we see Eve Nyman sending it 3 wide, getting pushed down there almost. Morales able to drive up a lot. A lot just went on there. See a lot still going on here. We got 3 wide action here. Daniel Michelle in the middle. You can see the pack jumbling around as Brandon Gass takes the lead. Sean Purcell now in second. Gass not a playoff driver, so Daniel Michelle still would want him to win. So the playoff results aren't drastically changed. things are settling in a bit, so I am gonna throw on the close camera and let's get some Vantage full throttle. Oh, never mind. Let's not get Vantage full throttle. Oh,
Caution, yellow
big crash.
flag.
Big, major crash here. Going on right as we were going to full throttle. Huge crash. Great timing there from when we decided to do it. Everything went down. Caution brought to you by TAFI Artists. A lot going on there.
In a moment.
That crash there caused a spike in my computer. Now I'm having graphical errors.
Mix of Netcode and Kurt Braid.
Here to there. Real quickly. We are going to go to commercial break so we can get some stuff sorted out here.
Challenge for the win. Gonna get alongside him. Off of 4. They touch. They touch. Drag race to the line. Could it happen again? Photo finish. Yes. Daniel Michelle. What a finish. They're gonna go for it. For the lead.
Oh my
3
goodness,
wide.
3 wide in turn 3.
Run to the line, they're wrecking, side by side, who got it? Side by side, right to the line, who's it gonna be? G for CP, and CP edges him out. Nelson make him go the long way, and he does it, they touch. Does he hold on to it? Yes, close, but here comes Smitty! Smitty on the bottom! Here he comes! To the line, who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Mike Tyson! Fireworks are going off on and off the track. Cuts the corner, does RBN. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power ranking.
Yes!
So,
Sup, fuckers. I use math to make shit go fast.
gonna be a sitting duck here. There goes VNV, around the outside, up the middle, trying to get 2 for the price of 1, trying to get 3 for the price of 1, and he does! VNV in the 4th.
Alrighty, we are back. Here's a look at what happened just now. We're going to be looking at Parker Vance as well as Kurt Bray and some others. See, the big one here at Talladega, and immediately everything just breaks with the server. Parker Vance lives, Kurt Bray does not. And that is what happened here at Talladega. Lap right around 53. Some pit stops were made. Currently still in the pits. John Crosby, Kurt Bray, and William Hightower not having the race he would have wanted here today. He now finally gets away going. So does Bray. And so does Crosby. As we're going 1 to green. Still waiting on the green flag to fly. Some more server issues popping up here. Alright, we got right around 40 laps. Tio going to be 39 once the car pulls in. The pace car, that is. Reminder, just after this series ends, Vantage Pro Series Season 2, the week after the finale, we're going to go straight into the Vantage Auto Stock Tour running the Gen 6 ARCA car. That's a free-to-enter series. 10 rounds, pretty quick and simple. If you want to join that, all the information is in the link tree and in the description. But we're back, gonna go back to green here. Pace cars pulling in off the track now officially. Brandon Gass is your control car. He hasn't controlled a restart yet this race. Let's see what style he chooses to do it in. Approaching the restart zone now.
Green flag, green flag.
Went very late there. Very, very late. Sean Purcell actually retakes that lead just for now, but the Brandon Gass, Daniel Michelle drafting combo is very hard to beat. Further back in the field, you see nothing really going on currently. Still side by side. No big changes just yet. Bednarz really doesn't want to be pushing Purcell right now. That's his playoff rival. He wants to be ahead of him. Fighting for the win. You can see Michelle and Gass, class of their own, running away with it already. Newell in third, kind of on his own here, waiting for the pack to catch up to him.
Restart is good.
Restart deemed good by the admins. Oh, that block though, that nearly wasn't good between Purcell and Nyman. Very close to not good. Purcell made it work though. He's up to fourth. Well, he's down to fourth. Technically, he started second, but he's moving up the track. Kuhn there wiggling just a little bit. Gass and Michelle still controlling. They got a 4/10 gap behind them. Look at the main pack. You can see Kurt Bray in the back of the field here hanging back. Just enough. He's starting to lose the draft there. That's going to be bad news for him. Some more bad news though. Hightower, he's plummeting once again in the field. He really needs to be up there if he wants to fight for this win and guarantee himself a spot in the playoffs. He needs to be ahead of these. He needs to be much closer to the other playoff drivers. His main competition, Hoskins and Bednarz, as well as Purcell, who's been doing really well and might actually win this thing, locking himself in and superseding all of them. Pack is now caught up as Brian Newell takes the lead here. Oh, contact there between Purcell and Michelle. Bad bump there given from Purcell to Michelle. Led to some issues. Another interesting bump there from Gass to Newell. Check up there. Bednarz is in this situation now. Whole field has just closed in on this pack. Parker Vance trying to start a second pack back up. Eve Nyman going with him. We turn back to the lead. Let's see, is Gass just going to stick behind Newell, or is he going to try and make the pass? Michelle will probably follow him no matter what he does. Interesting stuff to note here. Brian Newell has is not new to bumps at Daytona. He gave a bad bump in the first ever race in Vantage Pro Series history and led to the first ever flip in Vantage Pro Series history by Giovanni Gonzalez, the 19 car at the time. He was sent soaring by Brian Newell. The first ever Vantage race on iRacing. Everyone single filing out now. Kurt Bray really losing the draft. That's very unfortunate for him. Gonna take another caution to catch it back up, but we've already seen 2 incident cautions. We probably will see a third tonight, as we nearly see one between Vance and Hoskins. Still in the back of the pack. He needs some more track position. He needs to be much closer to Hoskins and to Purcell. Some more bumps going on here. As we see further back, Parker Vance tries to form a second lane once again. This time he gets passed by Tyler Smith. Not working out for him this time or last time. Maybe he shouldn't be doing it in the future, but I'm not the one driving. There's right around 23 laps of fuel per tank, so they will have to make a good old splash and dash. Doubt we'll be seeing tires be used on that, but not out of the question. Got a little bit going on back here. Derek 5 being passed by pretty much the entire rest of the field behind him, except for David Morales, who electing to stay behind and give him the push. Tyler Justice is leading this second pack here. Whoa. With how close they are to the primary pack, I wouldn't say it's really a second one even. Just half a second, just a bit over half a second separates them, as they're nearly on going to be sharing the screen. Now they are. Packs there. Morales did this in the first stage at the end of it when he was by himself only with another car. He does it again to Derek Fye. Costs them some time, and it's going to be hard for them to make that back. They might have both just lost the draft there. That gap's growing and growing. You can see there on the scoring tower, the interval is over a second now. They've lost the draft. Morales and Fye, all because of that move Morales made. Back to the lead. Brian Newell still leading the way here, getting a bump from Brandon Gass. Daniel Michelle behind him. Michelle, Purcell, and Bednar's 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all playoff drivers. If Purcell wants to advance, he needs to win this race. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He needs to get the win. Who doesn't need the win but would really like it? Landon Bednar's. He just needs to get some good points on, and then he can lock himself in. Hightower way in the back here. He was second in the playoffs. That's going to be definitely changing with how he's doing in this race. He's been really in the back of the field the whole thing. Another person who needs a good showing though, Hoskins, Jacob Hoskins in the 47. He needs to beat his teammate by a couple points. His teammate being Landon Bednarz, also a playoff driver, if he wants to lock himself into the final round. Newell and Gas chasing each other up the track, trying to move around, do some stuff with the draft. We should be closing in on the pit window in just a couple laps time. Curious to see how that plays out for everyone. If we could see some shakeups like we did last time. See just a bit back, Tyler Justice, John Crosby, Tyler Smith, Landon Bednarz. They got a Ben Kuhn, they got a pack forming. Not a pack, more of a cluster. A lot of movement here in the back. You can see this front pack. You can see how stable it is. Then if we look a little further back, you can see everyone weaving every which way, left, right, center. What do you say about it? As we see Parker Vance once again jump into the outside. This time it's not actually going too bad for him. The question is he needs to get slotted in somewhere, or he'll get a pack formed, a lane formed, sorry, as Ben Kuhn follows him. Hoskins originally followed him but pulled back down. Tyler Smith following him. We do have the second lane. Let's see if they can get some business going here on the lead pack. See just at the top of your screen, Brandon Gas once again pulling slightly out of line, trying to cool the engine a bit. If this pack closes in, will himself slash Daniel Michel go up there and make the pass and retake the lead? They were leading at the start of this stint, lost it to Newell. Are they going to try and retake it? Or are they enjoying the fuel saving they're getting from it? See, Vance moving up the field with this top lane here. Also in the pack, see John Crosby and Eve Nyman. Oh, Kuhn with a big wiggle there. Is he going to save it? No, we're not. That's going to be a yellow flag there. Tyler Smith involved. He's backwards. Gets it back going. Has to wait for everything to clear. Oh, that's some big damage on that race car. Very, very big damage. Well, caution is out here. Caution once again brought to you by our good friends at Tayfi Artists. Pulling up the incident once more here. You can see as we go back to the footage, it's between Tyler Smith. Let's take a look here in slow motion. See, Vance backed it up into Kuhn. Good all wibbly wobbly. That backed him into Tyler Smith. Sent Kuhn down. Back up, back down, trying to save it. Then Smith separately got hit by Eve Nyman, which sent him up and around. That gave him some pretty heavy engine damage. Let's take a look from on board Eve Nyman, maybe even. Everyone's in the pits now currently. But we're going to keep taking a look at this incident here. Let's go with this roof camera here. Once again, slow motion. On board with Eve Nyman right now. See, not really seeing much right now. The pack closes in ahead of him. Kuhn is bumped. He tries to go up. Just nudges. Seems drops down a little bit. Nudges Tyler Smith. Sends him packing. And getting packed into the wall and packing his bags because he's out of this race.
I am saying that that's more the 21, but it was so, there really wasn't much blame to put on anybody there, but if I had to put blame on somebody, it would be the 21. He's at the rear anyway, self-solving problem.
They hear it's self-solving problem. It's ruled. 21 was at fault, but since he's already way in the back there, no one's really gonna get helped by not giving him the official EOL. Kurt Bray, Tyler Smith in the pit lane still. Bray leaving the pits. Smith, our pole sitter, still in the pits. He's leaving now after taking it that fast repair. Sean Purcell needs to win to advance to the final round next week. He's currently leading with 24 laps to go. Soon to be 23. They are going to be close on fuel. It's going to turn into a fuel mileage about almost. Gas in second, Bednar's in third. With this, how he's performing now, he can stay in as long as he stays way ahead of this man, William Hightower. Just taking a look real quickly once again at our points situation. You can see there, Hightower only 4 points ahead as Hightower and Michelle both go into the pits. Hightower 4 points ahead of Bednar's. There's more than 4 positions between the two drivers, so that's Landon Bednar's jumping William Hightower right now in this race. And if Sean Purcell wins, that's going to knock Hightower out, lock Bednar's in, and lock Purcell and Hoskins. Still not enough. He also is in almost a win-in situation to secure this race. So the only two people who really need to win to lock themselves into this race, to lock themselves in next week's race, are Sean Purcell and Jacob Hoskins. Here's Hightower exiting the pits. He's currently P11. We're 1 to green here in Dega. One moment, disregard this. You are not currently seeing anything.
Test.
Unfortunate, didn't work out. Alright, well, pace car is off. We should be getting back underway here. A big blink there. Just real quickly, but we good. Purcell once again leading gas, once again on the outside.
Green.
Another late start there, waiting for the green flag. Purcell gets a great getaway. Gas getting already pushed big time by Parker Vance. Justice Bednar's also in the mix here. Hoskins, he moved up in this last pit stop cycle. I feel Danny Michelle, one of the big losers here. Way down at P15. Gas going up high. Letting Vance take the lead. He's waiting for Hoskins, I'm fairly sure. Yep, trying to slot in with the Hoskins pack, it seems. See Newell stepping out of line just real quickly, getting right back in the middle lane. Hoskins second in line right now on the outside pack, but that outside pack is fairly far down the order. They're going to need a big run. They are getting quite the opposite of right now. Though the bottom lane isn't getting much help either. Hoskins with a bad push as we're 3 wide now. Hightower, a guy who needs to be in the mix with Hoskins and Bednarz to stay in this playoffs. He's doing his job, getting in that mix, pushing Brandon Gass. Hoskins just had a little blink there, that's why we lost the pack real quickly. Pushing Gass from right against that wall. Let's switch real quickly to Hightower. Pushed him really well, and Gass takes the lead. Hightower still leading that outside lane. He's going to need a push if he wants to take the full lead of this race. He's going to get that push, it seems, from David Morales. All 3 of them. Eve Nyman dropping down early. Is Hightower going to drop down now? No, he's still staying in that middle. Now he's dropping down. Though they got really strung out from the pack here up ahead, so there's gonna be a big run up on them within the next lap or so. You can see Hoskins pushing
The yellow flag is
the
out.
bumper as we get another yellow way in the back here. Way in the back, you can see Kuhn and Smith. Smith once again in an incident. Horrible stuff you see here. We are under yellow for right around the 4th time here. Caution once again brought to you by our good friends at TayFireArtists.com. TayFireArtists.weebly.com. Use code DRIVE for a special discount on some custom art. Let's take a look back at this most recent incident. Just procuring that real quickly. Alrighty, here we are. Let's take a quick look at what happened here once again, starting it out in super slow-mo. See Newell got down on Kuhn there, sent Kuhn straight up into the path of unsuspecting Tyler Smith. Very unfortunate for those two. Brian Newell seemed to walk away with it pretty scot-free. Never mind. Gets collected there. Look at that big suspension damage on the rear end for Brian Newell. But the big loser here, definitely Tyler Smith, pole sitter, involved in incident in the last caution, now involved in this caution. Big stuff there. That's going to definitely shake up his chances at the race. And with how close we are to the end of this race, this could be a time where strategy goes out the window. It's just good beating, banging. Hightower, your current leader. See Smith doing something or other. Michelle, Justice, Newell, all electing to stay out. Sorry, just Michelle and Justice. just real quickly, we still got some time here, so let's talk to another driver if we can. Actually, we're closing on the end of this, so we're gonna hold off on that one. The lights are still on the pace car, but we haven't approached the line yet. Still waiting to see if this is going to be the one to green. I'm pretty sure it is. Fortunate that that didn't work that time. But yeah, we are firmly uno to greeno. Apologize for that statement as well. That was terrible by me. Alright, just getting ready to go back under green
Green
here.
flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Danny Michelle leads. Didn't pit that time. Fortunate that time as well. Getting some
The yellow flag is out.
as the yellow flag once again is out. See everyone slowing away. It's going to be in the back. Once again. See anything? It's E of Nyman. Ben Kuhnevold for the third one in a row. Tyler Smith caught out in it again. That's going to be rough if that's the case. Alrighty, we head back. Here is the replay. See a bunch of blinking there from a lot of drivers. We'll switch to this camera. See if we can figure out what actually went down. It's Ben Kuhn here. A lot of blinking. I'm fairly sure this is on the server side, not the driver's side. Just a little bit of a turned Nyman. Got him, and all just went downhill from there. Now, how did... Kuhn got tagged by Nyman, who he tagged. And is Tyler Smith about to get involved again? And yes, he is. Tyler Smith somehow getting involved in every single incident, and he's electing to retire from this event. We're going to head back live. Quickly, once again, head to another commercial break.
Challenge for the win. Gonna get alongside him. Off of 4. They touch. They touch. Drag race to the line. Could it happen again? Photo finish. Yes. Daniel Michelle. What a finish. We're gonna go for it. For the lead. 3 wide.
3 wide in turn 3.
Run to the line. They're wrecking. Side by side. Who got it? Side by side. Right to the line. Who's it gonna be? G for CP and CP edges him out. They'll can make him go the long way, and he does it. They touch. Does he hold on to it? Yes.
Close. But here comes Smitty. Smitty on the bottom. Here he comes to the line. Who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Mike Tyson.
Fireworks are going off on and off the track. Cuts the corner, does RBN. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power ranking.
Yes!
So,
Sup, fuckers. I use math to make shit go fast.
gonna be a sitting duck here. There goes VNV, around the outside, up the middle, trying to get 2 for the price of 1, trying to get 3 for the price of 1, and he does! VNV in the 4th.
Alrighty. Still on right around the 2 to go here. Now actually we're on the 1 to go. Everyone's just hanging back a lot. But right around 12, going to be 11 laps left in this race when we get back underway here, hopefully for the final time. We don't want another super late race caution like we've seen in the past. Ben Kuhn in the pit still. Tyler Smith out of this race. Fully retired, gone home, already probably on the leaving the track in the RV by now. Look back at the front of the grid here. Big winner, I'd say, for this most recent restart, but this most recent caution period. Definitely Jacob Hoskins. He needs this win himself, and third place, or sorry, second in line on the inside row, Sean Purcell. They both need to win it in to make it to the final round, so they're going to be really fighting each other. And if Hoskins makes it in, or if Hoskins or Purcell makes it in, that knocks out Hoskins' teammate Landon Bednarz, who's way down the fourth car of the outside lane right here. And if either of them win, then someone who really needs to be close to the pack is this guy right down here, William Hightower, because he is only a couple points ahead of Bednarz. And if Bednarz gets too far ahead of him, then Hightower will be the one eliminated, not Bednarz. But Pace cars pulling in, hopefully for the final time tonight. David Morales leads the restart. This is his first restart led of the race. See, unlike Daytona, the line is not much rival, but we're green. Might have been a bit delayed. Probably am a bit delayed. Yes, I am. My apologies for that one there. But we see Morales. Good start from him. Purcell right behind, right on the bumper. Hoskins not getting the start he would have hoped for, especially now that Purcell is ahead of him. Bit of a wiggle there from the top line. Something you can see forming as never mind Gas and Michelle go to the outside. Hoskins drops to the inside. But still a lot of movement back here. Hightower getting ahead of Gas. Gas getting stuck in 3 wide with Newell and Michelle. Michelle going to push William Hightower. Hightower needs to stay ahead of Bednarz, which he is right now, and he needs to stay ahead of Bednarz to guarantee himself into the final round, the round of 3 next week at Homestead. Justice electing to pull out. Big bump there from Hightower to Tyler Justice. Morales still leading. This is the only laps he's led so far this race. The only restart he's led this race. But Sean Purcell looking to change that. As Purcell takes the lead. Going to get a big bump here from Tyler Justice and William Hightower. Now Hightower is in an interesting position. Hightower and Michelle, because they are close to locks for the final round, so they can choose. Would they rather have Sean Purcell, Jacob Hoskins, or Landon Bednarz joining them in this final 3? It seems they don't want Sean Purcell, so they're giving him some pretty harsh bumps. That's allowed Jacob Hoskins to close in and pass Purcell, or not yet. Gas needs to get on the bumper of Hoskins if we want to make that official. That's pretty close to that. Hoskins, is he going to go up? He's going up to cover Purcell, or nope. Oh, very late block. Hoskins in the wall. That's going to hurt him. We're 4 wide just for a quick second here. Still 4 wide further back now. Hoskins getting shuffled way back. Oh, 4 wide for the lead almost. Oh, this isn't going to go well. I'm already calling now. This is not going well. Oh, we still alive. Ooh, Morales. A lot just happened there, but Daniel Michelle, in usual fashion, is your leader. Though we got 3 rows deep, 3 wide. All of a sudden here, we're 8 to go still. Kind of breaking up the high side is the big pack forming right now. Sean Purcell trying to get down to that back bit. Looking further back. Still some 3 wide action going on. Brian Newell. Oh, Brian Newell spins David Morales. That's going to be a caution.
Yellow flag.
That is going to be a caution. Big one there for Morales. His engine is died. His engine is very dead. I nearly said dying there. Came out in a weird way. Caused by Brian Newell, or maybe Morales sort of got into him himself there. We'll see what the admins have to say on that. But Daniel Michelle, 4 wide pass for the lead. Crazy stuff there from him. This caution, of course, as always, brought to you by TayFires.com. Use code DRIVE for a special discount on some custom art. See everyone closing in on the leaders. I'm just going to be assuming no pit stops will be made since we're under caution. Everyone's closed right up. So it's going to be right around 4 or 5 laps to the end here, maybe less. It's going to be a very, very close finish. Not a lot of laps to make decisions. Let's speak Let's try and speak to someone real quickly while we have the chance.
71 Chase Bryan up the track.
That's the take from the admin there. Let's speak with Jacob Hoskins. Jacob, it's Elliot up in the booth.
Hello.
It's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So you're in it. We're approaching the end of this race, closing moments, late race caution. You're in a position where you need to win if you want to lock yourself in. You've been up and down the field all race. How are you feeling so far?
Been talking strategy with my team. We're trying to get Landon and me both into the playoffs. Right now, Landon needs to pass Hightower and get a couple positions on him, and I need to win. I have wheel damage because I slammed the outside wall in that whole 3-wide fiasco. But my car seems fine. Overall, I'm nervous because I want to make sure Landon also gets in, but I also want to win the race. So it's one of those competitor things.
Absolutely. Sean Purcell is the main guy you're having to fight for this win and in for. If he wins, then both of you are out. Are you looking to get ahead of him as quickly as possible, or are you just going to wait till the last possible moment?
If it comes down to me and him battling, I'm going to try my best to beat him. If it's someone else that's already won or is not in the playoffs, I'm going to try my best not to win to get Landon in.
Alrighty. That's great to hear. We're approaching the 1 to go now. Any thoughts? And I'm just getting your reaction. What will you do if you make it into this playoffs here, this final round?
Have to find a way to beat the Mickey allegations. But to be practicing Homestead all week long, every day.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll get you right back up to the main voice chat. Great talking to you. We might be hearing some more from you after the race here if you pull it off.
Thank you, bud.
That was Jacob Hoskins, one of the people who needs to win if he wants to get to this final round of the playoffs next week at Homestead Miami Speedway. Also, this weekend, though, not next weekend, but this weekend, the Vantage Indy Special League goes to Road Atlanta for round 5, or it might be 6 now. It's one of those rounds, but they're at Road Atlanta here to try and see some Dallara IR18 open wheel cars take on the IMSA track that is Road Atlanta. Not a lot of open wheel stuff that runs there. Some drivers in this race are also participating in that. Let's see here. Tyler Justice, he's in that race. Sometimes you can find Kurt Bray in them, as well as the off chance of Brandon Gass might show up. But all of that is not in the forefront of their minds right now. What is getting these last couple laps good. It's going to be 4 laps to the checkered flag, where basically any caution after this is green-white checker territory. Any caution after this sends him into a green-white checker, unless it's on the white flag. Unless it hits the restart zone, approaching the white flag, no. If it does, then no yellow will fly. If it's before that, then we will get a yellow. And it will just be a matter of re-racking them again and trying everything again and hopefully getting it done. They have 5 green-white checkered opportunities. We've never used more than one of them in a race. We've only had 3 green-white checkers in Vantage iRacing history. So I'm curious to see if, with how these guys have been racing this late, if things can change. 13 cars eligible for the win here today. This is probably the most we've seen eligible for the win in a while. Maybe people to watch out for. Daniel Michelle leading. He's never won a super speedway race in Vantage iRacing, though. He's won pretty much everywhere else. He's won at short tracks, intermediates, road courses, basically you name it, he's won it there. But he hasn't won a super speedway. That could all change in 4 and a bit laps time. William Hightower, he just needs to stay ahead of Landon Bednarz, and he's locked in no matter what happens. Sean Purcell, Jacob Hoskins, one of them needs to win. If one of them wins, then That's going to knock Landon Bednarz out, or maybe William Hightower.
Green flag, green
But
flag.
we are green. Michelle with a good getaway. Hightower is going to need to slot in somewhere if he wants to lock himself in here. You can see there, Hoskins and Bednarz, the two teammates slash playoff competitors side by side. Oh, that's not going well for Hoskins. He's getting all wiggly, all out of shape. Big lock there at the inside. Able to catch back up to that jump Michelle got. Though there's a lot of hard beating and banging going on here. You can tell these guys have to get their move on shoes on, and they want to get this win. Hoskins and Bednarz laying back, probably trying to go for the run, the slingshot. We saw Sean Purcell, who's now leading. He did that at the end of stage 1, and he got the win that move. Let's see if Hoskins can pull it off, or if someone's going to jump up. As we see, Sean Purcell is dumped. Sean Purcell is dumped. We stay green. We're still green flag. That changes everything. Hoskins, big bump there to Hightower. He needs to get this win. As we see further back, we see some 4 wide action here. Will this stay clean? No, we see Brian Newell getting dumped by Eve Nyman, and that brings out the yellow. So we are going to get a green-white checkered here at Talladega. That was between Newell and Eve Nyman. Caution once again. You know it, you love it. It's TayFi Artists. They sponsor all cautions of Vantage iRacing, and they make some great artwork. www.tayfiartists.weebly.com. Use code DRIVE for a special discount on some custom art. We're going to go back here. See, as iRacing stops freaking out for a moment, there a lot just happened there. A lot just happened. Let's real quickly speak to one of the new admins we got up here. Stevie, it's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy?
I copy.
Yeah, we're live right now on YouTube. Closing in. We're under green-white checker territory right now. What's your take on all the chaos that's just happened?
Oh man, I think the drivers are getting real antsy with these last couple laps left. I mean, at 74, 99 came right up behind the 74, coming towards that main area, and 74 just peeled off into the grass. I stopped to look at that, and I completely missed the incident with the 24 just later on that lap. So I'm still going back and reviewing that.
Yeah, 74 fighting for the win. If he got that win, he would be locked into the championship round next race. But this is going to hurt him a lot here. That 24 and 83 incident definitely shaking things up. We're going to have 2 laps to go. I want to hear what are your picks right now. This is the first Vantage race you've been a part of as an admin. Do you have any picks on who do you think is going to win after seeing what's gone on so far?
It's tough. It's tough because people have been all over the place. I mean, I've seen people move from the back to the front and back in just a couple laps. Gosh, I'm not quite sure. I mean, of course, we got the 99, 47.
Yeah, they've definitely been fast all race.
45, 25. I might place my bets, I think, on the 25. He's coming into this last little tiny stint of the race. We're under yellow with 3 laps remaining. He's coming out in the lead whenever we hit the restart again. And he's been pretty solid all race. He's kept to himself. He hasn't been too antsy.
Also currently on a 12-race win streak.
Ooh.
An 11-race win streak here. Longest win streak in Vantage iRacing history. Longest win streak basically in Vantage history. 11 straight wins in the Vantage Pro Series. He has far and away cleared himself, though he's never won on a super speedway. He's won everywhere else but here. That's what we were just saying right before this caution.
I think if he keeps his head on straight, he can very much pull it off. Very much pull it off.
Absolutely. Well, we're 1 to green right now. I'll get you right back in the admin room. Glad talking to you.
All right. Thank you.
That was new admin, Steve Chortis, giving his take on here, calling the 25 for the win. Very safe bet anywhere else, but here at a super speedway, anything can happen, and anything and everything has happened. So far today, we've had 4 wide action, 3 wide action, spins from the lead, cautions that maybe not have been cautions, stuff that wasn't a caution that maybe should have been. Everything's out of the way, but Daniel Michelle has endured through all of it, and he is closer than he's, I think, ever come. This is the closest he's been to a super speedway win in a while. He's been in the mix every super speedway, but has never gotten away with it. Some of the people who spoiled that for him, the person right behind him, the person right to the outside of him, and the person behind other people. There's a lot going on here, and Daniel Michelle has always been the victim of at least one of them. Your day, well, I'm saying a lot right now. I'm just trying to kill the time while we wait for this final restart here. Green or white checkered here in Dega. Let's one more time real quickly talk you through the standings. So William Hightower, the 45, he's in second right now. He just needs to stay there and he's good. Landon Bednarz, he's currently third in line on the inside lane. He needs to stay close and he can lock himself in. That is, of course, unless Jacob Hoskins, who's currently second on the inside lane, or Sean Purcell, who's way in the back, was spun from the lead, it seemed, by the 99. No caution was thrown for that, but a caution came shortly after. He's going to be in the back. He's going to have to fight for it. Curious to see if he can make it work. But, yeah, the 25, he's far and away locked in. Daniel Michelle coming to the exit of turn 4 here right now. So let's see what can happen. Green-white checker in Talladega already exceeded the original race time. A lot can happen in this one lap. Once we hit the restart zone on this 2 to go lap, that's when no more cautions can be thrown and the race is official no matter what. So if we get an incident before that, though, we get another green white checkered.
Green.
25 with another good jump. We're back on a green. Bednarz not getting the start he would have wanted. Hoskins, though, definitely getting what he would have wanted. Hoskins said in his interview just a short moment ago he wants to get both cars in here. That means Hightower has to suddenly fall to the back of the pack. Let's see if that can happen and that can get Landon Bednarz in, if we can get Jacob Hoskins to win. Currently the exact opposite is happening. William Hightower is in the lead. Hoskins and Bednarz are together, though, so they might be able to make some work, the two teammates. Hoskins had to look at the middle there, just deciding against it, probably smartest. Kurt Bray pushing William Hightower far and away to the lead. 44 of Tyler Justice following them. Kurt Bray drops down. Hightower and Justice stay up. Justice drops down, getting pushed by Gas. It's all unfolding here. Sean Purcell is back in the mix. We're 3 wide at the top. Oh, this is very, very close racing here. Purcell. Oh, Hightower. He's having it all go down. Right now, it's just enough positions where I'm fairly sure Bednarz has jumped Hightower. Oh, definitely, that's happened now as Hightower's around. He spun out. That's bad for him. Same thing with Ben Kuhn. They're in the wall, but we stay green. We stay green. Here at Dega, approaching the white flag. We're currently in turn 3 and 4 on the 2 to go. Brandon Gass, your leader. Hoskins, he needs to get the win here if he wants to move on, and if he gets the win here, then both himself and his teammate Landon Bednarz can get into the playoffs. That's the top 2. Gas and Tyler Justice take themselves out. Parker Vance involved as well. No cautions. We're too late for that. Michelle under the yellow line. Oh, did we make a caution? No, we made it to checkered flag there. My apologies. Kind of messed up with timing there. Kurt Bray somehow Braitage with the win. Lost track of time there. My apologies for that one. We got Braitage. Braitage winning. Kurt Bray's second win in the Vantage Pro Series. And looking how things shook out, this is going to put Bednar's and Hightower still in the playoffs, but Jacob Hoskins and Sean Purcell are both knocked out. See there, your final official finishing order, unless we hear anything otherwise from the admins. Very, very interesting result there. See, Kurt Bray hasn't won in a while. He wins today at Talladega. Anything can happen. And what happened today was Braitage. Braitage is back. Kurt Bray is your winner. Daniel Michelle getting second once again. Somehow losing out on another super speedway win. Jacob Hoskins getting third. Not just so close to making it work for him, but just not enough. It's going to be very, very tight for him, but not able to make it work. He's going to get cut. So your final, unless we get any penalties, protests, or word from the admin that the race results have been changed due to controversy and conflict, your final playoffs for next week at Homestead will be Daniel Michelle, Landon Bednarz, and William Hightower. Hightower also being represented in every Vantage iRacing playoffs ever. He was in the final round in VPS Season 1. He was in the final round in PPE TSPB THD Season 1. That's the truck series. And he's now in the final round here in VPS Season 2 for the 2025 year. We see Kurt Bright burning it down like crazy. Like the madman he is. Let's speak real quickly to Jacob Hoskins. Hoskins, it's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear there, bud.
You were really close to getting that win. You needed it to move on. Weren't able to make it work, though, but your teammate, based on my rough math, he did seem to be able to make it through. So that's good for the team. How are you feeling as a driver right now, though?
I mean, I'm happy as a team owner. Got Landon in. That's at least one half-shot car in, but it's a little disappointing, working hard, driving, your ass off to get up to the front, and then just not having the help I needed to get to the front. Couldn't really quite make it all the way there. We had a run coming to the out of turn 4, but just not enough help behind to get all the way to the front.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't heard anything. The race finish was definitely controversial, though we haven't heard anything about it yet on whether or not it was approved, though. Let's just hope for your sake that there was some changes and suddenly you gained 2 positions out of it, but that's just wishful thinking. Either way, P3, that's your your 4th podium of the season now. Very much improved throughout the year. Congratulations on your deep playoff run, and closing things out, anything you want to say? Those at home, anyone you want to thank?
Thank my mom for watching. Thank Aaron for watching. My buddy Aaron, he was watching the race. I saw him in the Discord chat saying no as soon as he saw him finish 3rd. Yeah, it just sucks. I made it a lot further than I thought I would in the playoffs, and we'll definitely come back next season, hopefully have another deep run.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, always a pleasure having you in here. We'll hope to see you next week at Homestead for the final race, and absolutely hope to see you next season for VPS Season 3 later in August.
Thank you, bud.
Yep. That was 3rd place finisher Jacob Hoskins. Let's try and see if I can find Daniel Michelle. Daniel Michelle currently getting interviewed right now is Kurt Bray also in there? Kurt Bray is not in there. Let's speak real quickly to him. Kurt, it's Elliot up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I got you, Elliot. You're not lagging this time.
Oh, wonderful. That's a great improvement over last time. Well, Braitage is back. As of right
Vantage
now,
is back.
as of right now, we haven't received any changes to the race results. Hopefully, for your sake, that doesn't happen. Yeah, talk us through those closing laps because you weren't really the favorite to win until you crossed the line in first.
Yeah, I was just I was lined up with my teammate William there. Goal was to get him into the next round. I pushed him and was pushing him, and I wanted him to jump down to the bottom so we could have his position be secured. Because if there's a new winner, he needed to have a good top 5-ish so we can move in. But I got locked off of him, and at that point he was behind me, so I was just going for it. At that point, we were coming off a 4 there. The 44 moved up, and I just took a look at the replay. We were talking about it, and the 44 came down a little bit. I started moving down, but we still ended up making contact, and that gave me the gap because it hit the 92, and it was just smooth sailing from there. I absolutely got lucky, but I put myself in a position to win.
Yeah, you absolutely did. Not to dig up old wounds, but if you had just been 2,000ths ahead of Daniel Michelle at Pocono, you would have been locked into the final round of the playoffs.
That's true. That is true. Thank you for bringing that up. Ow.
Yeah, absolutely. As a journalist, my integrity is to make sure you feel miserable.
Well, you're doing a great job, Elliot. But seriously, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I don't know where William finished after that wreck. I hope he got through. Daniel was right behind me, and he was pushing him, I believe. So, I don't know. Hopefully, based on the replay, it looks like the 44 came down, so I don't think anything's going to change, but if it doesn't, I'm happy with the win, and hopefully we can go get another one next week.
Yeah, hopefully. It seems to be another driver getting a little on your six there, trying to maybe attack you here in the chat. Parker Vance definitely throwing some words out there, some choice words.
Well, I can make a comment. He wasn't involved. He hasn't been up here. I don't know why he's trying to say I can't drive. I've beat him straight up by over a lap before. I know how to drive these cars. I know how to be safe. Every time I take to the track with this man, he always ends up wrecked and upset. So, I don't know. I come out happy with the smile no matter what the finish is. So, I don't have a problem. But if he does, that's on him.
All right. With the win here, anyone you'd like to thank for the win?
Thank you, Jacob's mother. Just thank you to Jacob's mother. Shout out. Thank you to everyone that showed up today, and we were having fun making jokes in the chat. We had some pretty good chaotic racing. I hope it was a good watch. I can't wait to watch the entire thing back. So that'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, it was definitely a chaotic race up throughout the field. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the most lead lap finisher cars we've seen in, I think, 3 weeks now. So always a good thing to happen.
Surprising considering it was Dega. I feel bad for David Morales. I hope he's okay. He might have CTE. We might have lost him, completely honest. I need to watch the replay. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, it definitely was a big incident for him there at the end. Definitely a big incident for the top 3 as well. All throughout the field, there was a lot of big incidents. A lot of big ones going on, but so many big ones that they all ended up having a negligible effect on the actual result.
Yeah. It was a race of all time.
Absolutely. All right, well, congratulations on the win, and we will see you next week, as well as, are we going to see you season 3?
Hopefully so, yes, hopefully.
And are we also going to be able to see you in the Vantage Auto Stock Tour in a couple weeks' time?
Absolutely. And Vissel, I'll be at the Indy 500. I've been putting in track time for that, so hopefully I'll be able to put on a show over there too.
Great to hear, great to hear. Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week, and all the other times we'll see you in the future.
All right, thank you, Mr. Elliott.
That was your race winner, Kurt Bray. Let's real quickly I'm going to real quickly try and let's not talk with Daniel Michelle. Let's talk with one of the admins. We're getting him back in here. Stevie, you're back. We need the admin take here live on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Talk us through there. What's going on from an admin perspective? Is the race result confirmed? Is it official? Do we know?
It is still under review. We're trying to place for that last incident with those. There's 3 cars at the front of the pack with the number 99 with Kurt Bray, the 44 with Tyler Justice, and is that the 32 or
the 92 of Brandon Gas?
92, yes. Okay.
So
it's been back and forth. We're still unsure. It's still under review.
Alrighty, that's good to hear. Your pick didn't end up winning, but
I mean,
told you it was close.
Second's not bad. It was close. It was very, very close. Lots of movement on that last lap.
Yeah, definitely a lot of movement. All in all, for your first ever race adminning as in Vantage, how do you rate the experience?
Oh, it was wonderful. I'm very, very glad to be here. Very, very glad. I'm very happy and excited to continue being here. This was a wonderful experience, and I felt right at home right off the bat.
Absolutely. Well, that's always what we like to hear. Yeah, keep us posted on what happens with this race result.
Will do. We're talking to the teams right now. Spencer and I are getting down to the nitty-gritty, going frame by frame. We'll let you know.
All right. Good to hear. That was Steve Shortus IV, admin for Vantage Pro Series. We're going to give it one more look real quickly here at this end of this race here. Try and figure out what went down here on the leader with the leaders. So this is coming to the end of the race here. You can see Kurt Bray seemed to get into Justice, and that sent the top 2 packing. Carnage behind. Let's take a look from the cockpit cam. Let's actually go with this top cam here. Just a nudge. Chaos behind. Gas sent spinning. It's Chaos, a lot of drivers involved in that one. Big stuff. Let's take it back one more time, this time from the point of view of Tyler Justice. If I can find him. Oh, collected Bednar's and Purcell. That hurt Bednar's ability to jump ahead of Hightower. Hightower able to finish the race. Justice also technically able to finish the race. Yeah, you can see Hightower way down here. He would have finished last if it wasn't for this crash. He crosses the line. Let's see what was the perspective here from Daniel Michelle in second. He wasn't really involved, but he was close to what was involved. Let's see here. C3 camera. All the cars coming to fray here. There, just chaos outside. A little lift there from Bray. A little nudge there to the bumper as well. That could have been the start of a dump here if you'll take a look at that in super slow motion. Once again, this race not only brought to you by Tayfires, but also super slow motion. Look here, just a tap of the steering wheel to the right here. Just barely contact with the bumper right before the line. It appears there was a slight lift, though, right here, if you listen closely. Yeah, it was just a quick lift from Michelle. That could have been what caused him not to win this race. Who knows at this point, but a lot definitely happened. Also, let's take a look at this finish behind here. For third, Hoskins and his teammate, Derek Fye, beaten banging. take a look there at that. Very close finish between those two. But I'm just going to give it one more quick look. I've been told we should be good to interview Daniel Michelle. Daniel, it's Elliot up in the booth. I know it's a bit delayed, but got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Ended up coming away second that race, just barely off the win. Talk us through those last couple laps from your perspective.
Yeah, I had been working to keep William up front for a few restarts, and I was hoping that Kurt, would work with him, considering that they're teammates. But Kurt was off doing his own thing. I fell back a little bit after because I was pushing Brandon, but Brandon went low, so I lost the draft. I had no one in front, no one behind. And then Jacob came to my rear end and was giving me a little push. But yeah, that last lap was just embarrassing. Like, that's the second time on the super speedway. I think it was Dega again. Same thing, same outcome. It's just embarrassing. It's twice. I don't understand the move. I get, okay, you're coming to the finish, but you're second in line on the bottom, boxed in. Why are you going high? Why are you doing that? All you need to do is just push the car in front of you and get them in front. At that point, you're locked in, and it's dumb. I don't like super speedway racing in general. I don't like this type of racing because it just encourages people to drive really, really dumb and poorly. And unfortunately, that's what it showed today. So it is what it is. I'll take a second. I didn't think I was going to win, so I was just trying my best to stay up front. But yeah, embarrassing.
Yeah, going into next week at Homestead, what are you looking at? How are you feeling about your chances? All the points reset, everything goes back to scratch between you, Bednars, and Hightower. How are you feeling?
I hope I have a 5-second gap between me and every other car, because after today, I don't know if I want to be racing side by side with anyone right now. Other than that, I mean, I'm gonna practice more. I'm gonna set up my normal wheel and pedals and be on my way. This was a new set, Moza R5, I think it is, and the Moza pedals. So it was fun. It's good practice with the wheel that I'm not necessarily used to, and yeah, hopefully next week is more fun and not boring.
Yep, hopefully for everyone's sake that's the case. Anyone would like to acknowledge here for getting second place?
Just Hightower. He was having a rough go today, and he did a really good job to bounce back. I tried to keep him in it. Fortunately, Kurt didn't want to help anyone, and so that's how it is. Another person, you stepping in for Nico, because I know Nico's not here this week, so really good broadcast. Gotta make sure those those audio issues are fixed for next time, remember.
That's mostly just me forgetting to turn on mics, but
yeah, other than that, it's good. Spencer, Steve for stepping in today. Brandon, because he had a great race. It was really fun to race with him again. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Great race from you. Great race from a lot of people on the track. Yeah, good luck next week, and good luck in a couple weeks after that for the Vantage Auto Stock Tour.
Yep.
All right, that was second place, Daniel Michelle. Still no word yet on the race finish. A lot of discussions underway with that. We are going to call it here for this broadcast. Kurt Brayer, as of right now, Kurt Brayer winner. Kurt Brayer winner. Daniel Michelle in second, and Jacob Hoskins in third. I've been Elliot Lang, subbing in for Nick Vasquez. This has been a Vantage production of the Vantage Pro Series race. here at Talladega Super Speedway. We will see you next week for the Vantage Pro Series Season 2 finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Also join us this weekend for Formula America as well as Vantage Indy Special League. On Sunday, we got V1 as well as VSTC or VTSC, one of the two. They're changed the name every single day, it seems. But yeah, that has... Check out all our stuff. Check out our socials. Buy our merch. We're desperately in need of money. We are completely broke. And that's us signing off for the day. We will see you when we see you. And have a good night, everyone.